Okay, I have a very important message for you today. If you're riding high, it is okay when this happens. So I want to talk to you very quickly around this. So I'm just going to get straight into it. If you are finding yourself right now, or you might move into this whenever you're ready, into that kind of riding high, things are feeling great, right? Often we can experience this kind of higher vibration, higher frequency. What this feels like, you'll recognize it. It's just when everything seems magical, everything's brilliant, you're kind of riding this wave. And even if you're around challenging situations, it sort of like rolls off you, right? That kind of all is well, and it's an amazing feeling, right? So, and this is the optimum kind of state we want to be in, and it feels amazing when we're in that. What I want to share with you is that it is absolutely okay when you're in that, when you then find yourself out of it. So I just want to talk around that a little bit, because I know that when it started happening for me, I used to get really judgy about it, and then I used to kind of berate myself. Why can't I hold this high frequency? I thought I was high vibe and now I'm low vibe, and there's like a whole judgment and criticism around it. Hello Shah, you've been catching up with my last few live streams. Oh, thank you. So you're all up to date now. I'm a lot better than I was. Thank you for being here. So yes, so it's like this kind of, you're in this like amazing magical bubble, and you can get very critical of yourself when suddenly you find it's like you've been kicked out of the palace, right? And then what happens is you can then find yourself, when you're out of this amazing high frequency and you're riding high and you're out of that, hello Wisteria, it can then feel like, holy shit, I'm in this kind of sludgy, let me know if you felt this, like a sludgy treacle place of doom. Suddenly you're irritated by things you weren't irritated by them when you're in a higher frequency. You start to see it, you start to recognize the fact that you're not where you know that you could be, and you kind of start to feel the real kind of difference. So what I want to share with you really is, first of all, one is that being in this high frequency state, and you might have even heard this as being in the 5D, right? So I just want to kind of clarify this, because I know this is a source of pain for many people. This is a fluctuating thing. So we're here on the earth plane. It's physical, it's heavy, it's dense down here. There's a lot of bullshit, as you know. So we're fluctuating all the time. So even when you're ascended and you're feeling glorious, right? We're going to have moments where we don't. Something might pull us back out of it. We might just pull ourselves back out of it, natural occurrence, or our bodies haven't yet learned how to hold it for long periods of time. Because actually what's happening is the higher frequency that's coming in for many of us, and it's coming into the planet, we have to, imagine it's like a kind of stream of light going through your crown, right? It's going into your body, and everything's becoming lighter and higher. We have to learn how to hold that. And this is why many of us have had what we call like Ascension symptoms, weird symptoms, feeling really out of sorts for the last couple of years, particularly feeling very tired, having headaches, crankiness, irritability, emotions. There's been a lot. We have change in our tastes. There's so many changes. So our physical bodies have to kind of get used to holding that amount of light. So what happens is, it's like we get kicked out of the room, the high frequency palace, and then we kind of find ourselves in the basement. It isn't really the basement, but it feels like it is. So what I want to share with you really is that because you're in a high vibe and a higher frequency, and it feels so good, when you're out of it and you're back to kind of where you maybe lived a little bit more, that the contrast is going to feel greater. So let's say you used to live here on this vibration, and then sometimes you have moments of feeling happier, and then you come back down to here. When you're kind of working on your frequency and you have those moments, it might be even just hearing a live stream, being in an activation, something where you feel very connected and you really have this sense of peace and joy for no particular reason other than internal. You find that, let's say your frequency goes up to here, right? That's a long jump. So when you're here and you're holding it, and it's amazing and magical and powerful, and you feel like you're a sovereign being and you can create magic, and you believe the messages that I share, and you believe the channeled messages, and you believe all the beautiful things, when you come out of that, which you will, we all do, you maybe come back down to here. Maybe you don't, maybe it's somewhere here. But let's say you come back down to here. that gap is a lot bigger, the contrast is bigger. So just understand that there's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely fine. You're just feeling the contrast, and I want to just let you know that that is absolutely okay. It is part of the journey, because I can tell you the number of times I've had conversations with people, either in a session or just through interacting, where people have felt like, oh my God, there's something wrong with me. I lost my high frequency, or often people say, I thought I was through this thing. I thought I was over this thing. It wasn't bugging me. It wasn't touching me. And now I feel really triggered. So they kind of berate themselves. So this is just to open up that kind of conversation, and for you to know that there's nothing wrong. So don't go around like expecting to be kicked out of the high vibrational palace of magical amazingness, but just know that when you're in it, just kind of ride the wave. So what I do now is when I'm in it, I'm very aware, and I have moments of, and they're getting more frequent, I've got to say, in my life. I don't live in 5D. I don't personally know anybody that literally lives in 5D all the time, despite what many people might say. I feel like we're fluctuating. So for me, I feel like there are times, let's say when I channel, and you see me, I go pink and I feel like expansive, and I get off a session, I feel very, very high frequency, and it's lovely, and I know that it feels good, and I ride that wave. But what I do now is I understand that I'm not going to stay here. I might stay there for a few minutes. I might stay there for a few hours. I might even at some point stay there for a few days. I've had that now, where I've stayed there for a few days continuously, and it's really strong. But there'll come a time eventually where it's sort of, my body just, it's like, body can't hold it quite, and then I'll just drop down out of it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing, you know what it's like, what's coming to me now, it's like hunger. Okay, they're just guiding me. They're saying it's like hunger. It's like we're eating a meal, we're feeling nice and full, and it's a lovely feeling, right? You're relaxed, you're watching a movie, you feel really content. And then later on, when enough time passes, we get hungry again. We just know, oh, we're hungry again. Right, our food that we had before has released, or it's whatever, and we don't feel the fullness, and now we are hungry again. If we judged it and said, why are we hungry again? I thought I dealt with this, I'd eaten, I was full, what's wrong with me? Why am I hungry again? What's wrong with my body? Why can't I have these feelings of fullness, right? So they're saying, they just want you to know that it's like, that's what we're doing. So we don't need to judge it. Know that it's fluctuating, and then what you'll find is if you are working on yourself the way that many of you are, you'll find that there'll be moments where you hold the higher frequency and it just stays with you for longer. Or you'll also notice when you do drop down into that lower kind of, it's just heavier. It's not higher, lower, good, bad. It's lower as in it's just heavier. It's heavier in the body. So when you drop down into that, the trick to do there is to relax into it. Know that you're just experiencing it, and actually when you do that, you'll find that you rise up again fairly quickly. You'll come out of that fairly quickly. So it's very fluctuating energetically on the planet. They're just reminding me that the whole energy field on the planet is very fluctuating at the moment, because we've got a lot of humans on the planet going through this. So can you imagine everything we've just talked about? We're all doing it to different degrees. So that's a lot of energy. So take a breath, give yourself a load of love, and just, it's pressure off. It's pressure off. So really just be gentle with yourself. So I just really wanted to come on and share that today, because I was just thinking about it earlier, and I thought this would be a great message actually to share, because I know there's a lot of concern and weirdness around it, and a lot of judgment around, I'm so 5D, you're not 5D, you're getting triggered by something, so you can't be 5D. It's not quite black and white. Anything that's black and white like that, step away. See if you can step away and start to see it from a different perspective, because higher dimensional ways of thinking, higher perspectives, I'm learning more and more, they're never black and white. Humans make things into black and white, good, bad, right, wrong. So just see it as, this is a phase, this is how you're feeling. So I hope that helps. Re-listen to this if ever you need to. If you have a bit of a wobble and you just need to hear this message again, re-listen to that, because sometimes that just helps kind of get the message in, and we all need reminders. Sometimes I re-listen to messages that I channel because often I don't remember quite what I said, and even I feel like I can receive the reminders from outside of me. So it is here for you to replay. So that is it. Thank you, Wisteria. I'm glad you received the message. Thank you for joining me. So that's it today. Oh yeah, I'm going to share, it's evening now, so probably tomorrow, I got something exciting that you may be interested in. I'm not going to share it yet. I'm going to share it tomorrow. But this is very, this is an opportunity that will be basically open to anybody, irrespective of your situation, your financial position, your ability in that regard. I've got something pretty amazing that came through today, so I'm just gonna let the details come out. I'm gonna share it in a post tomorrow, so I'm just gonna give you a little hint, so watch out for that. I am excited. I am excited about that. I was going to share today, but the day just ran away, and I didn't. So, but I am just going to let it settle, and I like to sleep on things, so watch out for that, because you may have an interest in what I've got to share tomorrow. Yes, I am excited. I'm excited. You may really like this. It may really assist and help you in a massive way, is my intention. So I'll share tomorrow. I'm exciting myself as I'm sharing that. Oh, thank you, Wisteria. Spectacular book too, by the way. Thank you. Be writing my review. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Thank you for, yeah, because the reviews just help. I am learning all this Amazon stuff, but yeah, the reviews just help the kind of algorithms and the ratings. Even like a rating, you can just star rate it. So thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yes, so yes, it is going to be wonderful. So I will I think I'll probably just do my live stream on that tomorrow. It's probably better if I talk about it, and I'll probably write a post as well, because I like to talk about things that are exciting. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say. So that's for tomorrow. What are we today? Yeah, okay, so that's tomorrow. Okay, so look out for that. Yeah, that's it. I really want to tell you now, but I'm not going to. Darlene, hello. Yes, I am feeling better, thank you. Yeah, like not 100%, I've got to say. Like I'm definitely, every day though is a bit better. It was a weird one. I don't even know what it, like it wasn't, it was like almost like I thought I was coming down with proper flu, you know, good old fashioned flu, normal flu. But it was like, didn't quite erupt, but something just really wiped me out. I was like really just like slumped. So I've just been resting. My voice was going a bit funny. My energy was all, but I feel, yeah, it's coming back. So I'm just building up. I'm all good. I'm all good. Yes, so thank you for joining me. So yeah, I'll be back here tomorrow, so look out for that post if you want to find out what I'm talking about. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's a really exciting opportunity, and it came through today as like a total download. Right, I'm going to get off, otherwise I'm going to end up telling you, and I don't want to tell you yet. Right, lots of love. Thank you for joining me, beautiful souls. Thank you for watching the replay if you're watching, and feel free to leave a comment if you're here on the replay, and I shall be here tomorrow. Okay, so I'll see you then, and take very good care of yourselves, and just remember, yeah, there's no judgment around where you're at. You'll fluctuate. It's how we're designed. We're not going to stay in this high vibe all the time. It's a moving, fluid thing, right? Pressure off. Okay, sending love to all of you. Thank you. Right, see you tomorrow.